Hello and welcome to the tutorial sessions of Experizer. This is the chapter 2 where we are going to explore the Experizer Studio. In case if you are looking out for chapter 1, you can find the link below. In chapter 1, we just saw that how to sign into your Experizer account. In this particular session, we are going to explore how exactly the Experizer Studio looks like. So once you go on to studio.experizer.com and sign into your account, this is the interface that basically pops up. In this interface, you can see your own sign-in information, the account with which you signed in, the plan for which you have already signed up for. In case if you are using a trial, you'll see the trial pack over here, as well as you can request for a call me through this particular thing, or you can also, sign out using this particular tab. So apart from that, you've got a create experience button over here. Clicking on create experience button, you get to see a amazing tile interface that has got various options for you to select. These tiles basically represent the templates, right from a grand theater to a virtual tour or personal theater. There are various capabilities of these experiences given right over here. I'll just zoom in. So like you can see, this experience image orbit, it supports a 360-degree image, as well as 360 image videos and information XAPI, as well as audios and 360-degree videos. So that is quite visible over here. So before you basically go into customization, you get to understand what that particular experience does. Clicking on this opens up the customization interface. You can just put in your data and that's it. Over here below this particular section, you've got the my experiences tab, the published experiences tab, and the rooms. So the experience projects that you are creating, all of them will be stacked under the my experiences, and you can have various options over here. Let's say if you want to edit one of the experiences that you have created before, just click on the edit button. Or you want to kind of like, let's say if you want to clone this experience into another experience, more of like save as but from the outside, you can do that. And then to make this available, or reflect the changes onto your published experience, just hit the publish button and it will be published into the published experiences part of it. Now these published experiences are more of like, why exactly do we have published experiences? Like sometimes you require a way through with the flexibility wherein you're working on a particular experience file, and the changes are kind of like in draft mode. So before the changes go into draft mode, you can publish the experience. So that's kind of like your save point, and that point that you have saved can be pushed into the, hold on, I'm sorry for that. So you can actually push it into a particular room for making it available to the general public. So even on the published experience interface, there are various options. You can check out the preview of these published experiences by directly clicking onto the preview link. Clicking on that opens up another tab, and this tab has got the preview of that experience. Yeah, so this is the preview of a virtual tour that has been created with the help of the application. And yeah, this red button that you see is kind of like your mouse inside the 3D experience. So let's say if you want to select a particular object, as you can see, there is a sphere over here. You can just hover on top of it and you're taken to that particular place, and then you can navigate here and there. That is how basically the entire experience works. So this is the preview. Even for your publish, the same kind of approach is basically taken place. You have this inside your experience mouse, which is a different mouse. When you wear let's say a VR glass, you can actually, as in that comes in really handy, because since you don't have a mouse, you don't have any kind of finger movements or hand movements inside the VR experiences that you create with Experizer. The best way to select a particular object is using this red cursor that is there on the screen. uh, yeah, so that is what it is. So apart from that, you can also get to see the analytics of a particular experience, clicking on the analytics will pop up the detail analytics for that particular experience. Like, you get to understand when was it published, how many patrons were invited, and how many have viewed it. That kind of, as well as you can download a entire summary as to what is what exactly, how exactly have people seen this particular experience uh, using that option. Then of course, uh, you can add this, assign this particular experience into various rooms. So why exactly do we have the concept of rooms? uh, Rooms is more of like, you can imagine that to be you can dedicate various classrooms, and these classrooms are identified by their URLs. Now you can refresh the content inside by publishing various experiences to these rooms. So the URL of these rooms never change, and you can always refresh the content inside the experience. That is how the rooms basically work. Also, rooms have got various settings, so you can actually configure a lot of things over there. Like, if you want to keep it public, you don't want to keep it public, you want to restrict certain patterns for it, you can do that by this pattern management that is there. So you can assign patterns by directly clicking on the names of the patterns that you have. Let's say if I assign it to Vishal, and even to Jose, I can just say submit, and that's it. So they'll be notified that we've been invited, as in both of them are invited for this particular experience. And based on as in as soon as they log into the system, they'll be able to take the experience, and their scores are going to be recorded in case if there is a score available. Otherwise, complete, not complete, as well as their detail XAPI activity is recorded by Experizer already. So yeah, so also, once you publish a room, you can share that using the share option present over here. So let's say if I have to share this particular room with you, I can just copy this to clipboard. Or let's say if you want to embed it in your existing course, just like you embed your YouTube, you can just embed this particular URL into your course, and that takes care of the uh, as in it kind of like loads right inside your course. We also have a mobile app through which you can browse this experience. This is the ID that you have to submit to the mobile app, or in case if you want to go in for print media, you can directly make use of this QR code for doing so. There is a easy way of adding a room, as in to create a new room, you just have to click over here, put it directly, and that is also one of the ways through which you can do it. The XAPI related settings are available through, as in you can create a room and then modify the XAPI settings through this particular option. You can create a new profile, define the profile name, submit the endpoint and the authentication information, and that's it. You really don't have to do a lot of thing when it comes to that. Also, the room analytics that is available is is it's pretty much something that you can leverage on. Let's say if I take a look at this particular room report, I get to understand how many users have accessed this, the top 20 user time spent. Now since this is an open experience, I'm getting only guest over here, but in case if there are many, I get to see the top 20 time spent by the users over here. Now, I also can analyze, which objects are viewed a lot over here. So that is the report for this experience. Also, the pattern report as to how many sessions have happened, and how many of these sessions have lasted for how much time is something that is recorded over here. And then there is detail room activity that you can analyze too. So in the detail room activity, you can basically find out who was doing what for how much time. That kind of report is also gathered by Experizer. Now the same three tabs that we saw right now over here are accessible through the sidebar. So clicking on my experience will open the tab the My Experiences tab, and the Rooms tab will open the Rooms tab over here. And we've got patrons. Now patrons are your learners. Now when you create a patron inside your Experizer account, he can sign in to view your experience. He doesn't have control over authoring. You are the only author for your account. So be rest assured that your patrons won't be able to edit your experiences. Patrons, like I mentioned, these are like learners. So there is a mini in you can say inbuilt mini LMS wherein you can do user management, learner management, and these learners can be invited to uh, various experiences that you are creating. So you can assign them experience just like we did that a little while ago. You can assign various experiences through the rooms module that we have. So over here, just like we saw, there is a manage pattern over here. So to manage the access for this particular room, you just have to click over here and assign various patrons. Now these patrons can be, as you can add various patrons either one by one using the add option that is given over here and the email address, or you can import it in bulk. There is a download sample. You can download that sample and fill in your data in that particular template file and then upload it to import all the pattern at once. So you get to see the summary on top. Like, there are 8 patrons, 30 have been invited, 3 have registered, and there are only 8 who are kind of like, have been active since quite some time. So, I've deleted a couple of patterns. That is the reason why, I see 8 patterns. Whenever you upload any, asset to your experience, all of that gets stored in your asset library. You can add assets directly while customizing, or you can kind of like, let's say if you want to preload all of the libraries, you can just make use of this particular buttons that can help you upload 360 video, images, as well as audio files directly. You can also create a systematic folder structure depending on your projects, and that is how it is. The usage and subscription tab is to explore how exactly what plan you have signed up for. In case if you want to upgrade your plan, you can choose the buy now option, and we can help you upgrade your account. This particular section helps you understand how much storage is remaining, and how many views are remaining, how many days are remaining, as well as in case if you are running short of space, you can always sign up for new space using these options, the storage options, or in case if you're running out of views, you can always pump up your account using these options. There is a interactive, though we've got a help section, a separate help section, that where you can go inside and explore the help of while that is required for customization. You always have an option to use the guide me button. So this is a pointer sensitive guide me button. So whatever you hover on, most of the objects kind of like this window explains you what exactly that is meant for. So it comes in handy at times. So this is how the entire Experizer interface is, and to in case if you face any problem during customization, or while let's say publishing your experience, you can always write to care@experizer.com, and we will definitely get in touch with you. Thank you so much, and hope you liked our tutorial. In case if you want to get in touch with us, like I mentioned, care@experizer.com is the email address. I am going to write the same email address in the description. You can copy it from there. Happy customization to all of you.